To get rid of it.
For us, though, what we need at this moment is a recap so we can get into the mind of the session.
Ooh, give it to us, gamer. Though, bear in mind, everyone who is this is your first time, we are in fact missing one of our members tonight.
Hopefully he'll show up.
I do.
He
hope
might
so.
show up.
We
Maybe.
hope. He just hasn't said anything.
No, he's just away on Discord. I saw him online earlier, and he said something yesterday, but you know,
He
who
might
knows where he is today?
be in the middle of pooping.
Could
Really, a really
It's been a
long.
It's really.
He was
long.
messaging today at like 8 p.m. in chat.
8 p.m.
In
That's like
the D&D chat. Yeah, he talked till like 8 p.m.
so early, or not that. He definitely probably lay down for a second and fell asleep.
Probably.
Probably. So he'll see all the messages. He'll probably wake up at some point and
He'll probably
show
cry
up.
a little bit.
This is why you get phone numbers? Yes, this is why you get phone numbers. All right, after
I'll
this,
make
one of you
sure to
gets a
get his
number.
phone number.
It's an absolute must.
I'll make sure to get it.
Just like that PUBG mobile thing.
This
Must.
is the first time, so everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. They get
Everybody
one
gets
day
one
where they
no-show.
sleep through session.
Where they just don't say anything and don't show.
Somebody
Just
got
one.
like 10 of those.
Just one.
That being said, we do need a for the last session of Mr. Embers.
Give
Alright.
it to me, baby. Uh-huh.
Not terribly that much happened.
Yeah, if I recall.
We've kind of just finished up talking to the royal court. Not a whole lot happened there. Just kind of was like, yeah, thanks for doing this. Come back in a few days and we'll sort out your rewards. So we left, and I don't think we did. We half of us went back to the manor while half of us went back to the castle to try to get something from some personal items from a person we had captured in the coup, because they apparently had a sending stone that they were getting information from. So we tried to go find that, but it was probably in a lockbox, and that was handed off to a very powerful mage named Buckner, and was told to come back for that later. Then everybody just went back home. Corva had a conversation with one of her maids who works for a thieves guild and sorted out some business there. Dakudi tried to give a book to one of our other prisoners in the basement. Didn't go very well.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
It was very rude.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He was racist.
Yes, it was very, very racist. And then the next day came, and we all went to Avalon to engage in those prisoners' court hearing that they had. We went there. One of the prisoners we were able to talk into a lesser sentence, though it's probably going to involve a lot of torture and whatever. But we'll never fully know. While the other one was beheaded for his acts of treason. The queen asked the party if they required anything in terms of how their nation could help ours with helping to make sure that the ritual that is being undertaken sees its completion. And we asked for various troops to be stationed to help protect our city in the coming war. We asked for various mages to help in the terraforming of the various regions around, and a surplus of food in case it was needed. They provided all of this, and for the most part, that's pretty much what happened. We did end off on a nice conversation, or not a very nice conversation, on the fact that Gareth has a lich inside him, and Gareth is 100% okay with just letting that guy go off free. And everybody else is really what the fuck's going on here? And didn't really get established. But that's basically what happened.
What happened? You guys were at the present time leaving with your companions, who are your aides in your own country.
Whoa, it's present time right now. Like, what kind of presents we got, dude? We got like Xbox.
It might be in the next room, but you are traveling with your companions out of the courtroom or the royal court of Avalon, and can basically move freely as you choose. What shall you do? You note that Bryden was whisked away by his nervousness in meeting the new Queen of Avalon, and is just kind of hanging out in the back.
I want to imagine that at this point, like, we just came here of our own volition, right? Well, not of our own volition, because like we wanted to join Gareth because he invited us here because he wanted some help, right?
Yeah, these are general allies of you. You've generally been working with them on your goals to accomplish things. So, not bad guys.
From what I know of Bryden, we're just killing time right now. Then I think.
Nah, we doing it. We in it.
Oh well, I mean, like for like what Bryden would be doing, like I guess like.
Oh no, the way we're going to imagine it is Bryden's with the group, but he's just like he's taking a step back. He's like, I'm winded, son. I'll be there in a minute, and he's just around but not present.
Okay.
That way we don't have to play his character for him, because that might be rude. He might be like, I'm gonna kill that random person. He's like, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I was just going to assume he was just gonna go off and like try to be a ranger or something. And
yeah, he's just vibing near the group. But we can do what we do. What do we want to do though?
Ooh, I'm gonna leave it up to you two because I don't want to be the MC of this P. I don't know how the fuck does that work. You get it.
She already said yes to me getting my own like dedicated team of mages, right?
What exactly was the demand that you made last?
Was that we're gonna be getting some we're gonna be getting some troops.
Yeah, the army was going to come to support you. That much I remember.
But then I asked for like my own personal team of mages to help with Plan F.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember what they agreed.
I was like, hey, we'd like some troops, some mages, and if I can, some my own.
I think they just agreed to everything.
Yeah,
I think they just blanket statement agreed to everything.
Don't know if they want me to go and like talk to the mages that I'm going to be specifically working with or not.
What I'll say then is Ashley confers with you. And says she'll send the directive essentially off toward the Mage College, and they'll handle the rest. So that team will happen sometime in the future, probably within the next couple weeks.
Okay, good, because this is my personal. I'm going to be using and abusing them.
As much as you are allowed, but yes.
Yes. So. What's the
yeah.
local cuisine like?
Local cuisine is generally probably Eastern European. Healthy, hearty soups as well as big chunks of meat are the flavors of the day.
I'm gonna go find food to bring home Ori because he likes it when I bring him home weird food.
That is a thing you can do. You guys can venture out in the city. Do you have any other business while you're at the castle though?
Do we want to ask them for money? Would they give us money?
You have already had your audience with the queen. Difficult to get a second.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I don't really think. Yeah, I don't personally think we need anything. I have really nothing. I don't really need to buy anything.
I suppose we could always see if their armory is open.
Do we really need anything from the armory?
I mean, you never know. They might have something spicy.
I don't really use weapons or armor, so.
I mean, armory is just like a word, really. It's not really armor, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just what it means.
Well, it's usually a collective of weapons and armor, neither of which I really use.
You could if you weren't afraid of them.
It's not that I'm afraid of them, it's just I'm more adept at spell casting.
I pinch his flabby arms.
It's okay.
I think I'm stronger than you.
Ooh.
Yeah, but at least I can use fucking weapons, biatch.
I can also use some weapons.
Well, then let's go get you some, and then
I
let's
don't
go to
need
the
to
armory.
be strong. I'm dexterous.
I guess we're going to an armory.
To see if there is an armory anyway, or if it's open or anything.
Like a weapon.
No armory's gonna have anything better than what I have.
Who knows, dude? You never know, dude.
More of a Brian in bed here.
And Bryden will get his time to shine if he needs to see an armory later. So the question for you guys is, do you want to visit an armory or do you want to visit a weapons?
I'm just here. I have no business with either of them.
What do you want to...
What would you like to do, Cordova? This was your idea.
What?
This was your idea.
No, don't worry about it. But what would you like to do, though?
I want to go hunting for turtles. That's what I want to do right now. But alternatively, I mean,
Yes.
I can look for armor. I don't think they're gonna have anything better than what I'm currently wearing.
Well, time to go to the magic shop then.
But you think you can get better than this and his armor turns into a tuxedo? Because I forget that I have that.
You can just kind of like do that without
I
like
can,
getting naked.
I can make it look like whatever I want.
It's
Wow.
it's an enchantment on the armor itself.
Huh. Fancy.
I make it into a dress. Ooh,
Oh, I see.
they look great.
Well,
Nobody's staring at me. I turn it back.
Ashley and Princess Valis are staring from where they were having a conversation off to the side.
Oh, I hear it. Wait, I turn it back into a dress then, and then I use my mask of many faces to look like a female version of myself, and then I wave at them.
They kind of look back to you and they know that it's you.
It's a pretty red dress. I'm gonna stay like this the rest of the trip now.
Princess Valis just kind of glares confusedly and Ashley just kind of waves back politely.
I'm staying like this the rest of the time we're here now.
I mean, you look pretty nice.
Flips his hair.
What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Gareth,
What?
look at the pretty girl.
What's happening? I zoned out for like a second. What's happening right now?
Corva's a girl now.
Oh, okay.
He has a very pretty, like, fancy red dress on, and he's a female version of himself, so, like, long, pretty hair.
Oh, you disguise self?
Yeah, mask of many
Okay,
faces, but then he
okay.
has, like, a pretty red dress on, too. I like to imagine that Gareth just wasn't paying attention, he turns around, and it's just a woman in a red dress.
Yeah, no, this is par for the course.
Did you just say that Cordova is basic?
Well, I'm saying him dressing up as women is not something I haven't seen before.
Oh. I was judging
that was, like,
the
twice.
I was judging not the ability to do so, but the aesthetical ability of what it is looks like now, and I was just admiring magical god man. Where would we like to go to find the magical shop?
Yeah,
I'm
you can
gonna
pass
druid
to a
crafter.
magic shop if you choose. There is also that it would be
I
the
would
easiest
like-
place to find magic.
Another gotcha machine, please.
There's likely not going to be a gotcha machine there, but you can go to the
There.
magic shop.
I would like to go to the magic shop, please.
I'll go to. I'm also gonna druid craft a rose and put it in my hair.
That is what you do. And you do that on your trip to the magic shop at the front gates of the castle. Princess Valis and Ashley take their leave of you. They say that if you are going to head back, by all means on your own, Gareth, with your teleportation, as they need to handle some business here. If you have any other business with them or with the castle itself, you can just head back to the castle. You'll get let in, and you can get there.
I hope you two have a good time. I'm gonna go sexually confuse your people.
Please don't.
Nah, I'm gonna do it.
Also, don't forget there's a giant golem with us.
There is indeed a giant golem with you.
I totally forgot about the giant golem being here. Actually, am I supposed to like not be able to see much right now?
It
Yeah,
is
we're just in this.
experiment.
Yeah, we're just in this tiny room.
I can
Don't
Okay,
worry
okay,
about
fine.
don't worry about this tiny
This
room.
map. Here's the
wanted-
larger city. Now you're passing into the larger city.
Sweet.
Get rid of this grid. I don't like.
Yeah, dude. Nice. All right. So, take me.
You guys head through the slowly emptying streets, which become slightly more full, seeing the very large golem that is passing along with you.
And a
Down
pretty lady in red.
and a pretty lady in red to one of the nearby magic shops. You had visited this one on your last adventure to Avalon. You head in, and the people greet you fondly. Several of the mages who are already inside go out to admire the very large golem that is there. Is there anything in particular you'd like to find?
I was like to. I'm trying to. Hopefully, I didn't already do it to this shop, but I reach into my coat and I pull out that magic dead beetle, and I show it to them. I'm like,
Do you, perchance, do you know anything about this? It is like a, you know, it looks like a big deal, but it don't do anything, you feel?
And a reminder, how did you come upon this beetle? It was
Gotcha
in one of your
game.
gotchas.
Gotcha game.
Uh-huh. Excuse me. I must research my own notes. There it is. Yes. They kind of like look that over, and find it quite interesting. Would you like them to study it? It would cost 25 gold for them to give it a look over while you guys are here.
Absolutely.
In doing so, it seems to be what they tell you. It's quite a miraculous find indeed. It seems to be a beetle of protection, similar to that known as a scarab of protection. Much more remarkable item to be true.
Holy fucking shit.
This is
What,
from its a weaker form of its true glory, I suppose, but nevertheless, it has quite the miraculous good. So for this,
Yeah.
give it to you. This is the actual item that it could be one day, but you have it in this beetle form, so it is a little less impressive. But you can assume this one to have, and I need you to do a 1d4 and tell me what you get.
All right.
It's a legendary item from a gacha.
I got a legendary item.
It's what it's based off of. The Scarab of Protection is a legendary item.
You have a weaker version.
It's a weaker
Okay,
version.
so would you consider this the beetle of protection? Then?
Yes, this is the beetle of protection. This they say that this could eventually have become what the beetle would need to become a scarab of protection later, but it died. And that is just how you found it. But this is what it does. You have 3 charges of that, and you do not have the advantage on saving throws against spells.
What the fuck?
Oh, let me double check to make sure. Actually, no. You have the advantage on saving throws. You have the 3 charges, and that's just it. But you will have to make an Arcana check to use this, or else it might burst into powder more quickly.
Is it attunement still?
I would say yes, it is attunement.
Okay.
Neat. Okay.
Thank you.
That's a pretty big deal. How much do you think this is worth?
I assume it would be quite valuable. It is temporary in its nature, and it wouldn't require a stern spellcaster to use. You could certainly take this off your hands for, I'd say, about 500 gold.
I want insight to see if they're cheating him.
Yeah. That's a good call too.
Never mind, I suck.
Yeah, hard to say.
It's a 2.
Seems generally like a fair price, since it's not the legendary item they seem to be recalling.
I was gonna say before then though.
Make it 600, and that sounds about right. Because you said it's a pretty valuable find. You say.
Give me a persuasion check.
Well, you would like my -1 persuasion? Here we go!
Oh man! I suppose it is a fantastic item after all. Sure, 600 gold, my good sir.
Thank you.
I hate you.
I am the cutie after all.
And he exchanges the gold to you in exchange for the item. It is no more in your inventory.
That's thank you.
Very. Thank you for the transaction. You are a wonderful being. Do you, by chance, have anything for my grumpy? I'm assuming. Are you with me, Gareth?
I'm here.
Do you have anything for my grumpy friend to make him a little bit more happier?
Grump?
I assume there are some potions that could remedy the foul effects of a poor day.
Ooh. What do you say, Gareth? Huh?
He shows you a variety of potions. You are more confused by the grumpiness part.
I'm good on potions. I would like to ask if you have anything like this, and he's gonna show his 2 bags of tricks.
Oh no, it's
Boy.
time.
He probably does not, but
Oh.
that's not how you do anything at all. Jesus, I typed incorrectly.
I'll find the 3rd one day.
He does not.
Okay.
He says, heard tale of this, but I've not seen one for many years, at least since I was a child.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
You remember that zoo I can summon?
Oh, I forgot all about that. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, these let me do that, and there's
Oh.
supposedly a 3rd variation of these that I'm trying to find.
You're looking for which one?
The tan.
So you are like a animal master.
I was during a very, very short span of being in a circus.
Oh, let's
I lived a
not
past
get-
life.
Let's not get into the circus. I never want to relive that.
Oh, well, good for you, buddy.
And I pat him on the back.
I don't want to
Oh.
relive my days of swinging around as a trapeze person. That was I'm suffering.
I'm also gonna just briefly mention that.
I guess I should probably ask. Do you have a bag of holding on hand at all, or?
He does not at current.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. You guys eventually exit the magic shop. Never mind.
Probably not gonna have it, but I like to check just to be sure.
Wait, you're not even here.
Hey,
I was.
Yes,
I
yes.
said
Whole
I
group
came
came
with you guys.
We're all
I thought
here.
you said you left.
No.
He, with the group, left the castle and went
Oh,
to the
I'm
magic shop.
so silly. I thought you were ditching us because you were
No.
like, you didn't think we were cool.
No.
Ah.
Hi, Corva. I'm so sorry to have ignored you this whole time, but you're not Corva. You're pretty Corva.
Oh, thank you. Okay, but I'm here. I get to use my extra girly voice because he's actually a girl right now. I'm here because I'm trying to find something like this, but a little bit better. And he's gonna show off his tome.
Yes. They
I'm
confirmed.
forever looking for it. I doubt it though.
And you're looking for the +2.
I'm
Plus
looking for the
3 version.
3.
3. They kind of like study it for a minute and say, certainly nothing more powerful than this. It would take a grand mage to make something of that caliber.
See, people keep telling me that, and I'm really, really trying to track down another. But the only way that I've seen to like track down another is like to make a pact with a devil or something, and I don't really want to do that.
But
So do you have any idea of like how I could elevate this?
within or beyond some very powerful enchantment, quite a bit of coin if you had it on offer. Beyond that, I'm not sure how else you could get much more powerful than what you have there. It is clear that you are a very skilled spellcaster, and dare I say, a pretty one at that.
Oh, thank you.
Dakudi looks a little bit jealous and, nudges, female, Corva, like on the arm.
She is married, sir.
My apologies, madam.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. But I will be coming back soon. If you happen to be in contact with any of the mages from the Mage College, and if anybody can think of a way to maybe help me improve this, I'd even pay for any information you can get. It's fine if you guys can't do it yourself, but I'd pay for just the information to help do so.
I will be in contact with you in the future, madam.
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you. Okay, bye. Leave.
He bids you adieu. You are out in the evening streets of Avalon. What shall you do?
What was that about?
What?
Oh. What?
What you did? Why did you point out that I was married?
I don't think Ori would have been very happy with you flirting with him like that.
I wasn't flirting.
You pretty much threw your whole body over him. Don't be like that.
What? Are you okay?
Let's get going. We
Are
need to
you-
get back before sundown, otherwise the demons come out.
That's not how. There are no demons here.
Well, they could be if we don't get out of here.
Where do you get this information? Where do you get these strange ideas in your head?
Confused.
Don't worry about my sources. All I need to know is...
I don't think you have any sources. You've been here for less than a day and have been in nothing but our presence.
Dakudi just turned into that one dude on Twitter where they're like, "Hey, where did you get that information?" Oh, I can't find it right now, dude.
Yeah, dude, like, I'm sorry.
He did take my diamond and walked into a shady alley.
Not
yes.
here.
No,
Oh, you're right. That wasn't here. That,
that
was
was not
somewhere
here.
else. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
That was at the other
Don't mind
capital.
me, I'm just a little out
the-
of it right now. Twirls hair.
all capitals look the same to me anyway.
Why are you like this?
What do you mean?
This.
He points at
Right.
everything.
Just like your entire body.
Am I not allowed to have fun?
I think you're allowed to have fun.
I mean,
Thank you. Thank you
You're-
for letting me have fun.
just weird.
She's not hurting anyone, is she?
I just want to have a good time.
She just wants to have a good time having a good time. She's a rookie, she.
He's going to run off into the distance towards the castle in a dramatic fashion.
You do so. You run
Look
toward
what you've
the fading
Crying.
light.
Crying.
You broke her heart. She's fragile, you know. You need to make
He is a
amends.
he.
Yes, well, who cares about that? Fragility knows no bounds.
I mean.
Before we get going,
Mm-hmm.
we stop at the flower shop.
Why?
Forgiveness package.
I'm not buying Clover flowers for
Come.
something.
Lead the way.
I'm not going to the flower shop.
Dakudi heads toward the nearest flower shop down the street. As Gareth, I assume, goes to follow where Corva went.
Suit yourself, heartless.
Corva's sitting on a bench near the front of the castle, crying,
Yeah.
hoping somebody will talk to him.
You do find the florist. He can sell you a nice little bouquet for, I'd say, 3 gold.
Could I get the most I'm sorry bouquet you have available?
He gathers together some precious flowers that suit your needs. For that little package, it would cost 4.
Have a tip, and I'll give him 5.
Ching.
All right. Thank you very much. And leave.
Also, please roll 1d or 3d 100, please.
3D 100.
Nice.
Look at that, just above the average.
Eventually, you find female Corva at the front of the castle.
Are there any guards trying to cheer me up?
No.
Like hit on her.
Oh, okay.
They are standing stern and stout at the front of the castle.
Ah,
Gareth is just sitting down next to her, just reading.
Why are you so cruel to me?
Dakudi probably arrives at this time.
Sakudi approaches, holding the bouquet, shaking his head sadly at the display.
Gareth, take these flowers.
I'm not taking
Take the flowers, Gareth.
No.
Gareth.
No.
Miss Corva,
Yes.
I am sorry you have to put up with this abuse.
It's
You
been
may have
like
these
this
flowers.
for over a year.
You know, you don't deserve this.
Are any of the flowers white?
No.
Oh, good. I take the flowers.
What would white mean?
White would mean that you're getting an ass kicking.
That's why we rolled to see if there were any white flowers.
I see.
Remember when Corva ordered his bouquets? If I see a white flower, I'm killing someone.
10 and below were white.
Oh my.
No. You were close.
Maybe got like a speckled one that has some white, but it's not a full white flower.
Thank you so much. This is the kindest thing a party member has ever done for me.
That's sadly probably true, and I am sorry for it, but
Do we not want to bring up the time I gave you 2,000 gold so you could buy that book you have?
yeah, but you were just buying affection at that point.
I wasn't.
You're right, but I also gave you money too.
You
I
paid me
you
back.
Would you like more? I can give you 2K right
I
now.
don't need your. I don't have anything to buy.
It's not about the money, Gareth. It's about the meaning behind it.
I love you, Gareth.
She loves you, Gareth. Do you love her? Gareth.
I can't even. I can't even answer that for my actual girlfriend. I don't think it's appropriate to answer it this way.
Would you please at least say the words, Gareth, what is your last name?
I don't have one.
Well, that's impressive. But I, Gareth, am sorry
For what?
for making sad lady.
No, it's okay.
He's not actually sad.
Do you
I
see the
shouldn't
tears?
expect any more from this. I'm going to the portal.
Oh no.
You can't get home without. Well, no, you can. And you know what? If you want to go home that way, that's fine.
I'll be waiting.
Gareth, you can make all this so much easier if you just, put your pride away for a second, Just a second. That's all.
I remember when a party member threw an axe through my mother's skull. Woe is me. That actually happened, by the way. A party member threw a hand axe through my mom's skull. That actually happened.
That's not good.
No, it's not good. I'm still a little upset about it.
That is a negative encounter that you had had there. Like
I'm
it's
still kind of upset about it.
as you should be.
I'll be waiting.
All right, let's go.
I assume that Corva's taking the scenic route.
No, I'll just wait.
Okay, understood. You wait for the others. I assume you guys gather your things together. If you have any other business,
Pretty much just immediately after Corva, just walking, just casually walking.
behind him.
Just sighing. Just like
Fine.
why are we doing this right now?
I didn't make any breakthroughs in this man. God damn it. I
Well-
will break that shell one day.
Do you have any other business in Avalon?
What were you trying to break?
I'm good.
You know it. You
I want
know
to
it.
imagine Bryden was just like, Gareth, you need to be a little more sensitive to the lass's feelings.
I don't think.
Bryden
I
helped
know.
me
I
with
think
help
they
so
think
bad.
Bryden would be on my side
No
here.
way. Bryden would have totally
I'm gonna
rolled
stay
with me
on to
there.
This one, but just remember, you always got to respect the lass's feelings.
Yes, exactly. I can see it and hear it now.
I don't think he'd be like that.
A DM, you know all of our characters better than we do. What do you think Bryden would have done?
I think he'd try to take a middle road, but this is also why we don't play the characters when they're away.
Alright,
Yeah, you're
Cordova,
right.
you're being a little crazy right now, but if you're really sad, here's some alcohol.
Oi, Corva, you're looking real sad right now. Would you like all my money?
See,
Okay.
that's what could
Yes.
happen. I remember
I
one
would
time
love it.
I had a character who the DM played while I was away, and my magical ferret got killed.
Dude, fuck that shit. That would be bull crap.
was sad.
No way. You don't even get no. No. That doesn't count. That doesn't.
It
No.
got
That's not
retconned
even-
eventually. However,
It better have. That's not even fair to the player at all.
for us, if we have no other business in Avalon, then
Super, 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 super.
Wait,
I saw
Uh-oh.
it. I saw it. I saw it.
Oh, let's see
Gareth?
that. We got a new map.
what?
did we have any other business in Avalon?
No, I was just like, I was confused by the map, and then I was like, oh no, wait, no, this is just the new Avalon map.
Asterisk.
I got yeah, this is the new Asterisk map. I'm like, I was very confused.
I
I was expecting the manor, and I got a city. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, I was expecting the manor.
That is valid.
Because I'd like to walk into my house. Because I have nothing to do in my city
Wow.
currently.
Wow. Apparently you hate your city folk.
I don't. I'm actively trying to save all of them.
Whoa. That's cool of you.
I walk into my house as a beautiful woman.
Oh.
I'm gonna do a thing real quick.
Okay.
Ha! Ha!
Oh god. Oh god, we
Oh, wait.
see all the people that are off the map.
Ha!
Oh god.
What is happening?
Hold that thought.
The
What is
world
happening?
is a
What are you
vampire.
doing?
Set to drain.
Okay, fuck Ha! Ha! I'll let you see all those people until they disappear.
I
Look
ain't
at all these
seeing
people
nothing.
that are off the map.
I'm looking away. I don't want
There's
no
so
knowledge.
many people. There's a gloom up here.
I know, I showed a gloom at one point and never took it
Oh,
away.
look, there's Lacey. There's Lacey. What's up, Lacey? Actually, she's supposed to be on her way here. Maybe. I don't know. She never responded to me.
He did not respond. I did see Edgy Ori there.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
delete Sir Morgan and Durai.
We did.
Yeah, delete.
Well,
Sir
one of them's
Morgan.
dead.
Just delete him.
You've
There.
been
Useless.
deleted.
That being said, oh, there's another
Yeah.
couple of them too. Ferrari. That being
I'm a
said, you do
pretty lady.
return to your manor as a pretty lady.
Granite,
Madam,
I need you to find Maria for me when you get the chance.
do not believe I am aware of you. Sir Gareth, Sir Decuti, are you aware
This
of
is
this woman?
Corva.
Oh yes, this is Miss Corva. She is currently
You
having
didn't
a.
recognize me.
He's doing a bit. Just go along with it.
Very well, sir. We'll locate
I wasn't
her
recognized.
at your leisure.
Where am I?
You are
Where
in.
am I?
Are you asking me? Who are you asking? Oh,
No,
you're.
where
understood.
am I?
New recruit
You
reporting
are in the
in.
throne room, as you always do as your service.
I need him to escort me and I go find myself.
You go find yourself in the throne room.
We look like a great couple.
You look related.
That may be true, but we look great, don't we?
I mean, if
I
you're
pat
from
him.
the southern parts of the area, yes.
Oh my god. Alright, you keep doing good work, Corva.
I am. Why are you doing this again?
Why must everyone question my methods?
It's a bit weird. Gonna be honest.
It's not that weird.
It's not that weird, but I wasn't expecting it. Grant was very confused when he talked to me.
It's fine. Where's my husband?
I don't know where your husband is. He's not my husband. Do you want to trade?
He's so salty still! Oh my god, he's so salty! I just wanted to know if you knew where he was.
Don't keep track of him.
Okay, I'll go find him. Has Miss Pride gotten into contact with us yet?
No, not yet. Not ever, hopefully? I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go.
She ignored my sending.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Why must I keep getting ignored?
Did you talk to her in that voice? She might not have known who you were.
No, I didn't.
Okay, that's good.
She's gonna like fluff up her hair for a second. And she's gonna go find Ori.
You indeed find Ori, probably in the study as per usual.
I'm gonna walk up behind him. Hello, gentlemen. Why am I doing this bit?
I don't know. I've been questioning it since you started it.
I like the bit though. I don't get to do this very often. I am technically your wife right now.
Oh?
Yes.
Gonna go.
Honey, it's me.
He continues to go.
Do I not look pretty? Can you tell me I look pretty?
I don't know who you are.
It's me! It's Corva, honey!
What do you mean?
I wanted to look nice. Why does everyone judge me?
Don't look like you?
Well, yeah, sometimes you don't want to be yourself. Flips hair.
You should probably tell people in advance.
Well, I wanted it to be more of a surprise. Flips hair again.
Well, I'm surprised.
Is that it? Do I not look okay? Like, do I look bad, or?
You look fine for a girl, I guess.
Why is everybody so mean to me? Runs away.
He just kind of rubs his hair and then goes back to the study.
You know, for the record, I just want you to know that if a guy was playing in Corva's position right now as playing a guy character now being a girl and acting this way, that guy would be considered sexist because you're being so emotional and stuff. You know what I mean?
I know how Corva would act as a woman.
I know.
Emotional.
I know.
Becoming a woman is just more emotional.
I know. I'm just thinking of how it would be if it was different. Is all.
So Corva's confused why his gay boyfriend thought he was pretty for a girl.
He's not gay. He's corvisexual. We've been over this.
Corva's a guy.
It's accurate, but still. Okay, I'm gonna stop being a woman now.
Wait. Corva is a guy sometimes.
This is the first time he hasn't been a guy around Ori.
Wait, that means you just gotta do it more often, so he'll get used to it then.
Yeah, just gotta get used to
Bazinga!
it.
That being said,
You're technically still a guy, even when you're in that form.
Oh,
Really?
wait till I get
Oh,
alter
right,
self
yeah.
in 2 levels.
no, yeah, because of the magic.
It's just an illusion.
Yeah, I was about to
You're
be
still-
progressive, but it's like, wait, nope,
You're-
there are
you're-
rules to
you're-
that.
You're still a guy underneath all of that.
So when he reaches down towards what he sees as a vagine, he would touch
There's
a
a penis.
Yep.
There's a penis.
It is a visual sensation,
Yeah,
not a
you
physical
see,
sensation.
yeah, you see the V, but you touch the
Okay.
P.
That's
But-
so weird.
But I get alter self at will in 2 levels.
So
I
you
think-
can alter your peen?
Alter self.
Alter
is
self
transmutation.
actually lets him become a woman.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
proper transformation.
I need alter self, which I get at will in 2 levels. I can actually become a woman then.
So how much can you alter yourself though?
All visually, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Can
any
you give
visual
yourself-
change, you can do that. But the moment, like let's say you had like big old boobies on yourself, but someone touched your boobies, it passed straight through and touched your chest.
That's the illusion part, but if I had alter self, it would be physical.
Okay, what about can you give yourself 4 arms?
No, you have to stick to your own. You have to stick to
You
the
have to
the
be in your own
basic
height
shape.
range.
Yeah, you still have to stick to your basic arrangement of limbs.
See, I just want alter self because I can give myself freaky claws. That's the main reason I want to take it.
You gotta make yourself look as intimidating as possible.
Yeah, I can make myself look like an eldritch horror. I want natural weapons. Give me claws. Give me claws or give me death. Also, there are also people who can see through illusion magic. That's why Mask of Many Faces doesn't really work at times. So if I get Alter Self, people won't be able to see through it because it's not an illusion magic. That's why it's gonna be better for me in like 2 levels, because then when I go into my like my disguise missions where I'm undercover, I don't have to worry about people seeing through it.
Okay.
Yes. Did you actually want to meet with Maria?
Yeah.
She meets with you out in the halls.
Hi. So, I don't know. Also, granted, you're dismissed, by the way. This is a little private.
Very well, sir.
If you know any friends that are unemployed currently and have no prior alliances, I'm looking for some scouts.
Can certainly put a word out. There are many people who travel the road.
Yeah, but your road also went under.
Not from what I hear. Seems to be a scattering of leadership, but we aren't going anywhere. I'm just not fully in the business anymore. She gives a polite nod to you and like does the anime thing with her glasses.
Mm-hmm. I'd prefer those who are unaligned with anyone. Mercenaries will pay whoever pays them more, because I will pay them more. That is preferred. Preferably scouts, people who can get around without being seen, people willing to go on long reconnaissance missions.
Fine.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
She curtsies and makes her way away.
Nice. I just want to get scouts for the city so that when the Holy Empire does invade, we'll get like a few days notice before they actually get here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'll tell you that as like our DM.
Understood.
I'm trying to find people who will be like a scout for the city. They'll get us information back like, hey, Holy Empire's a day away from the city. Just stuff like that. So when we know that it's time to go, that we have like a few days notice rather than like, oh shit, they're breaking the city. Like they're breaking into the city now.
That is that.
Oh, that's it. I'm having a nice... Where did everybody go?
They're all just vibing in the manor.
Oh, are we having a party? Everybody's in the ballroom. Is there a party happening?
This is vibing.
Okay. Oh, they're bonding! Oh, I'm so happy! Oh, that's adorable.
That being
I'm
said,
gonna cry. Wait, my spot, move.
You guys are indeed in the manor. Do you have any business while you're here?
Not presently. I might have something later when the two return, but
The two.
not presently. Ashley and Ms. Vallis.
They did say that they were going to take care of things for a few days, so you're kind of on that scale of now they're busy with their court while they handle
they're
things.
doing a few days of things?
A day or two, as they said.
Oh.
Hmm.
Then yeah, I got nothing.
I might just go... I'm not gonna make it long. I might check in and out on the Astral Sea, how that stuff's going over there.
What exactly are you checking on?
How construction is going.
When you bamf over there in your free time, you do note that they have started construction. It's still an early process as they move lots of materials through various spell jamming ships. But otherwise, traders are beginning to fare over there, send in materials, and a few construction workers have been hired to begin the early.
Lovely!
Hmm.
Nice. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to check on for that.
Otherwise, all is free as birds. You can do whatever you want.
My goodness, we have no direction today, do we?
Shit, Belisarius is still in the capital if we want to hunt him down.
He's in last seen heading to the capital. You also have a meeting back at the royal court.
Oh, yeah.
And any other affairs that you'd like to take care of on your own.
Do we want to go back to the capital tomorrow and deal with that stuff? Get our demands out of the way? I would like to look for Belisarius because I want to shove a dagger through his throat.
Why do you want to do that again?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Personally, I'm just kind of up for whatever as long as, we're in a good vibe. If anything, if you don't want to do anything important, I was just gonna fish.
We can vibe for the night. I was going to ask my husband about our bachelor parties.
Oh, would you like to join me? With your husband?
I don't think it's gonna be that kind of bachelor party.
I mean tonight.
He means for fishing.
For fishing.
No, I think I'm just gonna go
You
be
don't
gross.
like me very much, do you?
No, I do. I kind of want to be gross with my husband.
Oh, do the whoopies.
Is that what they're called where you're from?
I don't know what they call it. I just call it that because I never really had the need to know it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Have a good time.
good luck. I mean, I'm waiting for dinner after dinner, so.
Oh,
You guys can have a dinner served. Everyone gathers together as they usually do, and it is quite delicious.
well, this is awkward. I waved by and I'm just sitting here. And
I mean, I should
Oh,
probably
you
go
know.
ask my husband what he wants to do for his bachelor party.
yeah, one of us needs to leave after I already waved by. So
All right,
that's what-
I'll leave. I'll be back. I'll meet you back at
Okay.
dinner.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oof.
Go speak to Ori if you choose.
Hi, honey.
Yeah, you're normal now.
Yes. I'm done with my training time. Listen, I
he
gotta
blinks.
work. I need to work on my disguises. Don't worry about it.
Huh?
For the bachelor parties,
Oh.
do you want to do anything? Like, I can invite people over for you if you want, or not if you want.
Read about those a few times. They seem strange to me. Don't think I need
Uh-huh.
anything like that.
Okay, I mean, like, you and me can do something special.
I mean, any time with you is pretty nice.
Okay, we're doing that tonight then, because I don't know how much longer we're gonna have to just hang out at the house. I think stuff's gonna start picking up again soon, so we'll have bachelor party tonight.
Oh. Just, okay.
What? Was there an issue?
There's a party? Do I have to do anything?
No. I'll tell you what to do after dinner. Not an actual part. Don't. You're perfect the way you are. You keep being perfect. Don't worry about it till after dinner.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back already. Hi.
Eventually people gather for dinner. The dinner is good.
Oh. Lovely. What do
The
we have
dinner
for dinner?
is good.
It's good. It's good. What do we have?
That is up to you.
Whatever it is.
You're the person in the house.
I mean, I keep letting the kids pick what they want.
They have chosen plenty. You pick.
God damn it.
They are not your
Oh wait,
culinary.
I brought home soup. The beef stew.
You present the beef stew like a dragon.
No, God damn it. No, I give it to the chefs and they incorporate it into a nice dinner somehow.
They do so. They incorporate that into the first course of the larger meal.
Oh yay. Oh my god, there's a golem at the dinner table. He doesn't need to eat, right?
No.
Can I, like, make him rock soup or something?
Also, remember, he's
not
actually
in
outside.
the building. Yeah, he's not actually here.
Yeah, but I still feel kind of bad.
You know,
He does not eat.
it doesn't really make sense to make rock soup when that's like making people soup.
No, it's like cement.
Oh.
Which,
Yeah, but
I
it's
mean, like,
ground
it's just-
pickle?
I mean, like, pork is very close to people. Don't ask how I know.
He doesn't eat. I don't think you have to make him anything.
I'm just
Well-
trying to work out logic, you know. If I
I-
gave it to him, would he still like put it in his body?
I don't think there's any place for it to go.
So it kind of just like goes all over his face.
Hmm.
I think it would more just kind of pour out.
Oh,
I don't think it has anywhere to go. It's not like he has an entire digestive system.
What if
we spent 2 hours talking about the
Yes.
anatomy of golems.
That is
our
valid.
dinner topic.
But yes, dinner is had. It is good. Do you have any other business for the evening, or would you like to do anything else? Dakuti's off to fish for the rest of his.
I'm having my bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
And by that I just mean it's just the two of them doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You retire to your room.
I mean, what? Do you want me to play this up? Because I can. I'm ready to do it.
I mean, that's up to you. Depends on how graphic it is, but otherwise, you retire
Oh no,
to
it's
your room.
just flavor, Chris.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
have-
spicy flavor.
I have spicy flavor.
Uh-huh.
You go do something for an hour. Or go do something for an hour.
He disappears for an hour.
Anything. All right, come back upstairs in an hour.
He
Uh,
returns upstairs in an hour.
Got fucking rose petals everywhere. Got fucking wine out. Got 2 filters of love out just in case. Got candles and shit. He's ready.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that is stuff that I weirdly have in my inventory, by the way.
Mm-hmm. He
I
returns
I
to
have-
your highly decorated bedroom in about an hour.
Yeah, and then whatever happens, happens.
Very well. The doors close and you have a nice evening together. That as your bachelor party.
Yep, that's all he needs.
Very well.
Tomorrow we die. I have the king's brain in a jar.
Does anyone else have anything to do with their evening?
Yo, what a catch.
For that, give me 4d100. Does Gareth have anything to do with his evening?
Not really.
Understood.
A 96.
Understood. He's... Actually, that's a good idea. Hold on. I had a thing in my mouth. Let me see. Let me see. In this time, you do find the 96 that you find is a blowfish, a pufferfish that is. You also find a very large tuna, a second large tuna, as
Oarfish.
not an oarfish.
Shit.
But you do find a fish that's similar in shape to a clownfish, but with lacking the color.
My god.
Thank you. See, you have given me the blessing of this stuff.
Can I go back home?
Very well.
Uh,
Are you
yeah.
transporting these fish, or are you tossing them back?
The non-edibles back.
That
So
is
it's
very
assuming
well.
the puffer and the clown one, essentially.
Yeah. The clownfish that is uncolored. You are not familiar with the species, so you let it go. And the pufferfish, you delicately let it back in to make sure you don't injure yourself, and take the tuna.
Hell yeah. You're coming with me for Breakfast sushi. Mm.
Oh.
Breakfast sushi.
And give them to the chef and head to bed.
Heck yes, they prepare that for the morning's meal.
Oh, I'd also probably talk to Ori, like, just small chat later, after. Hey, so this is your house too, now. Is there anything you want changed? Like, do you want more books for the library? Do you want us maybe add another wing for, like, a greenhouse? Do you want to expand on the garden? Whatever you want.
Seems
It's your
fine.
house too. I appreciate your input.
I mean, you're in charge. Either way, everything nice here. It's different. I'm used to, but it's okay.
Why are you so good?
Just doing what I usually do.
Oh, you're great. Hugs. Oh, why is he so perfect?
You smother him with hugs.
I'm letting you know now that I'm following you until the ends of the earth. Whatever happens when we die, I'm following you. Whatever after that, we're sticking together. I love you so much. You're amazing.
Dude.
He's so
Shut the hell up.
Wow! I'm offended.
That being said, if there is no other business,
Yeah.
the night turns to day. You guys are greeted with a lovely breakfast that is of the sea.
Ah.
It is well prepared. It probably just some nice what is it? Like probably some baked fish, baked tuna, maybe grilled tuna. One of the two.
Sashimi.
Essentially.
Whoa. What?
Well, I mean that's raw. They couldn't manage it that long, but they can cook it.
Well, shit. That works, yeah. So, plans for today, going to the capital, saying what we need, and talking to Buckner?
First and foremost, Chris, I need Belisarius to make a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's that time. Oh, wait. Gotta do a thing.
He has, I believe he has the,
Wait for this.
I believe he just has the -5.
-5, you say?
Yeah, he has a -5.
And wisdom save, you said?
Yeah.
Very well, very well. Oop. And as he's been very good lately, he succeeds.
God
Okay.
damn, Belly.
Rolled a 27.
Jesus Christ,
I mean-
Belly!
Wait a minute. Wait, 27 before the...
Oh, right, true. Not before the thing, yes.
Okay. I mean, he's a wizard, that's what I expected.
Holy fuck, Belly.
So it ends up at a 22.
Yeah. This is what I
Jesus.
expect from a wizard.
This man's insane.
He's a wizard.
So, for context, what just happened?
He
Scrying.
succeeded on a scrying spell.
Yeah, but in context of the story, what are we talking about? Why did someone make a saving throw? Who's who? And why?
I'm
So-
trying
That's
to
how
see.
the spell
I'm
works.
trying. I'm looking at my crystal ball to see if I can see where he is, and he, because he's succeeded on the saving throw attached, I see nothing.
Okay.
Nothing appears.
I need to do a thing. I need to do a thing. Bit.
What shall you do?
I have a 25% chance, and it's only happened once.
Aw.
One day.
It's the book doing the prayer book thing.
One fucking day. It'll happen.
The ephemeris is very fickle.
Whenever I do get it, it's when I don't need it, too. That's why it's sad. Oh, that book's a bitch. Well...
What shall you do?
Are we just want to head there? I don't have anything to do at the house, particularly.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'm kind of whatever you guys want to do, man.
Sure, let's go to the
I'm gonna
fucking
grab some water real
capital.
quick.
Yeah, do it. I mean...
I'm taking the golem.
Alright.
The golem comes.
Shit.
Yes.
No, go ahead. I was trying to think of something.
Good. Quick prep. The thing that I forgot to do. Got to do spring cleaning.
Uh-oh.
Also, how's my vibe check going?
Let's see. Assuming that we're doing your vibe check from the capital,
Yeah, sure.
it is currently coming from the northeast.
Is he at the fucking tower?
Is it in that direction?
Generally in that direction.
Oh, do we want to go and check?
Is that a good idea?
I mean, is it a good idea? I am ready. I have force cage now. I'm ready for anything.
Hold on a
Do you
minute.
wanna fight today?
Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
I'm ready to fight
No,
today.
hold on a minute. I need to check the wording on a spell real quick.
Boy.
Oh, I'm fucking ready.
I need to check the wording on a spell real quick.
You thought it was a chill session. We're
Oh,
about to dig
okay.
it, man.
All right, give me your ring. Give me your ring.
All right, I give you my ring.
I'm going to cast Ascending
Mm-hmm.
to Ventress,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to Ventress. Just out of curiosity, is Jack there right now?
You get a reply basically immediately. There is no one of your ilk that is here, master. He adds on at the end, Jefferson and his friends are fine.
He also did say that he wouldn't help either of you, so he could be lying, possibly.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Cool. I love inciting through through Ascending. Natural 20.
You have a good handle now on the general intonation of his voice. He's just generally kind of monotone because he is quite undead in his way. From what you understand, though, he seems to be telling the truth.
Cool. No, I don't think he's there.
Alright. Slide me that shit back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch it. Ugh. Well. Shit. Well, while we wait for Cry to get back, I'm gonna go find a church.
I'm back.
Okay, well, I'm also gonna do this really quick. I'm gonna go find a church.
You find the largest temple that is in the general area. It services the majority of the population in the center of the capital.
I would like to buy a holy symbol to Miss Neve.
Mm-hmm.
And also... yeah, just Neve.
Just a holy symbol to Neve.
I just want to acquire myself one that has been, like, properly blessed or something in there. If they would like a trade, I'll bless one of their things.
Go ahead and take that for 20 gold.
I can do that.
Ching.
Cha-ching. It's mine now. I put it in my bag for later. Now I'm ready.
You know, I was curious. I hold out my necklace of, what do they call them? Yeah, just necklace of fireballs. Is there any way to replace the beads, like by new ones?
No, you'd have to find a completely different set. They don't recharge.
Well, I know, but like, you know, buy another bead and slide it on. You know what I mean?
You'd probably have to go to a magic items shop to inquire about that, or people who
New
can
recruit
make
reporting
magic
in.
items.
Oh, okay. That's all. Thank you then.
Those are non-renewable resources unless they are made.
True.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh, what shall you do?
I mean, what is your plan here with this whole you want to go to some kind of what?
You remember that on your agenda was returning back to the king that you saved the other day, and basically saying like, "Yo, you ain't dead. We're the reason.
This is
What you gonna do about it?"
Alright.
You get
What
to
about
strong
this-
on the king.
What about this whole tower situation?
That shouldn't be an issue, but if we want to double check, we can. I'll keep an eye on the pull to see if it changes at all.
Out of
If,
character, that sounds super fun.
if we're gonna check, I'd rather check before our meeting.
Yeah, that sounds kind of
And
important.
if we want to go there right now, then we can.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sure.
Okay.
New recruit
Guess we're gonna
reporting
go to
in.
the tower.
That is a
To
thing
the
you can do.
tower. Oh, this is Christ's first time here.
It sure is.
Oh, you're gonna.
This
love it.
isn't the map.
Oh.
We're inside the tower.
You are inside the tower, but we're given context for those who are not aware. Gareth, please describe your tower.
Out from the outside?
In
Or-
general, please describe what people are seeing here.
So, in the middle of a sea of blood on a lone island, amidst all the darkness, there is a tall tower, much like the one you see. Tall, intricate tower, much like the one depicted in the picture. It is very old and decrepit, but has a very dark and brooding aesthetic. There is in the bottom chamber a various amounts of old ruin. Upon entrance, people will be greeted to three large phase spiders that appear blue and white in color and have the ability to shift through the spaces.
Hold that thought. Can everyone see here, or is it blackness?
It's black.
Because,
I can
yeah,
fix-
they don't have vision down here.
I can fix this. I can fix this. Did that fix it?
No, it
No.
God damn.
Just
Why
put
did
their
I-
tokens there
Just
or
put our
whatever.
tokens
That's
on. We're there
valid.
anyways.
Uh,
Why are there so many ducks?
Because
They
the
used to
ducks
be
never
cameras.
left. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Dragon
can stay.
Balls.
Yeah, so this is Jeffers, this is Crystal, this is Ross.
Whoa.
They
Good friends?
guard their friend. They're my pets.
Oh.
Oh, hey Jeffers, it's been a long time. You ate one of my birds.
We're not
once.
actually down here, but we're giving a tour apparently.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
But
this is not where we'd pop in. We
yeah,
pop in on the upper
that's
floors.
where we're going to skip to now.
But this is on the bottom floor. Then above that, there's a lot of.
Hold
There's a lot
on.
of-
Go look at this for a minute.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
This is such an old map.
this is an old map.
This is a very old map.
We're in
wait,
Kimberly.
Yeah, we're in Kimberly here. Oh.
This is still Kimberly.
I know,
Hello,
but
Kimberly.
there's a problem on the other map.
Is
I'm
there?
gonna leave it be, and if we do not want it, then we will
Is it
remove
the
it.
Sonic?
Oh yeah, the Sonic is
Is
still
it
there.
the Sonic?
It's 100% the Sonic.
It's 100%.
It's
Sure,
100%
it's
the Sonic that Insane
Yeah,
drew
there he is.
so long ago.
Holy
And there are
shit.
old tokens there. Don't mind it. There you go, Cry.
Leave old Corva.
Oh man,
Look at
nice.
Sonic.
Side.
Nice. Why is Mario here?
For
Wait.
perspective, I'm assuming that Bryden is with you
Yeah.
on these adventures. He's just kind of hanging out. He'll have his commentary later.
I'll have to
Oh
explain.
yeah, the cadaver collector.
Yeah, there's
Look at him
yeah.
now.
Over in the corner, you see a very metallic, large structure. I guess my golem is here too. I guess he's here. Sure. Boom. Whatever.
Oh
Put him up
my.
here.
Uh,
You see.
How did you get all these?
but in actual for actual canon, when you guys do appear, you appear on this little section over here, where you just landed, Dakudi, and you are greeted to this room that exists. I'll put these old tokens over here.
I guess give me a vibe check.
It seems to be coming from. Ooh, let me double check the map real quick to give you a better estimation.
Oh, the cadaver collector's always a fun time.
Yes, it seems that your vibe check is coming from even further northeast.
Interesting.
I remember when you said that I'd love it in your office.
Yeah, we're not going to the office.
Are you sure?
We're not going up to my office.
Oh, I remember when you said that I'd like it there.
We're not going to my
More
office.
innocent times. Before
New
Gareth
recruit
knew that I
reporting
killed
in.
people.
More northeast. That puts him up in. I would have to put him up in Homestrad.
Rain, but
Strand.
here's your map for perspective.
Can we get rid of all these fucking tokens over here?
Say again?
Can we get
All
rid
the
of all these
tokens in
damn
the sea.
tokens?
I can do these. But you guys are over here presently out in the huge blood sea that is there.
Yeah, he'd have to be up in Homestrand for some fucking reason. But okay, we popped in.
Or he's on that, and I'm not allowed to speak of that.
Hey,
Could be over there.
You know what I just realized? The free quartz, the free city of quartz is a shovel. You see it?
Shovel.
Yes, I see.
Yes,
So
I
the
see
line
it.
coming from it is the handle,
Ah.
and this
It's
is
a
the shovel.
Don't
shovel.
talk about my city like that. I made that country.
Hey.
all right, but he's not here, so we're gonna go back.
Oh
That
man,
is
is it?
valid.
Oh, we don't want to give him the tour. Wait, I do want to stop by your basement.
I'm. What? What are you?
Difficult question to answer.
Oh, I forgot. There's so much blood out here.
Most of that is probably cleaned.
Yeah,
There are
that got
some
cleaned
stains.
up.
Wait, but look, there's still.
Oh, damn it.
I forgot that was still here. No, bring it back.
No,
Bring it back.
it's gone.
Wait, there's another one. There's another one right
God damn.
Are we having
There's
fun?
more. There's
Oh
one
my
right-
god. Why are there so many?
There's one right there. There's one right there.
Are we having fun?
This is just summer.
Why
This
do
is
you
just
have
summer.
Spaceship? Why'd you have spaceships in here, dude?
No, that was
Churches,
that
I
was
assume.
that was Jack doing a dancing lights.
Ah,
Those used to be Jack's dancing lights.
I want to go to the basement.
Garrett, that is up to you. It is your
Well,
establishment.
Yeah, but it should be
25
noted.
minutes.
It should be noted. Gareth is not the one giving the tour right now.
I assumed he would not be giving a tour at all.
No, you misunderstand, Chris.
Uh-huh.
He's
Ah.
not the one giving the tour right now.
As you guys begin to head out of the space here, you are greeted at this doorway not by different versions of Gareth and Corva,
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! You
I
know,
see him down there. I see him.
get out of here. A lad comes through the doorway that you guys are approaching.
Jesus
Master.
Christ, Ventress. God damn. Oh, does he have to scare us like that every time?
He is after all the overseer here. So yes, he does.
Oh, wait. Ah, it's fine. Oh, shit.
So
What
soon
is-
after you call, and yet you are here, Master.
They wanted to just be sure.
Very well.
Wait, hey!
Greetings.
Fuck you, Zari. I'm going to the basement.
He
This is my life.
passes through the doorway, and kind
Wait,
of like
Ventress.
floats his way. Uh-huh.
Ventress, can you open the door, Ventress?
Cannot.
Can I push on the door? Okay, thank you.
Allow me to open that for you.
Oh, I
Just
thought it
goes
did
up.
open.
No, just goes up and presents the orb. This is because I know this is how I opened it last time.
What? Is this safe?
It's safe enough.
It's safe for me.
It's like skeletons and like.
It's not meant to be. It's not meant.
foraging
It's not meant to be safe for intruders.
Yeah, look at all the blood on the floor. There's a big splatter right there.
Ken, it's been cleaned.
Yeah. There's
I
no.
still
There's
like
no
it.
blood there.
Well,
But yes. Oh, yes, go.
No, that was it.
Corva, I assume, wishes to be greeted to the spiders.
No.
Where are you going?
Lower floor, not the basement.
We're going to the pool of water that leads to the old beholder beholder place. I think.
I'm going to the Sheoth statue.
Oh, you're going to that. Okay. When you say
Yeah.
basement, I keep thinking you mean the basement.
No, not the base. We don't need to show Dakuni that.
I guess we're going to the Sheoth
We
statue.
don't need to show Dakuni that.
What is in the basement?
Don't worry about it.
You two are very weird sometimes.
I could say the same about you, but everyone's a little weird in their own right.
I guess you make a point.
Anyway, welcome to my home.
Yeah, you're eventually guided down into the large chambers that are beneath the upper floor where you were before. You do find that there is a very
Also,
dramatic statue.
as we walk around, as we would, just because of the nature of the path that we'd have to take to get here, there's a lot of fucking mummified corpses laying around.
There's a lot of dead bodies.
There's a lot of mummified corpses.
Actually,
just
no,
laying.
not on the route that you take.
Really? Cause I can go out in the hallway
No,
here, and I'm pretty
I'll
sure
send
there's-
you. Yeah, this is the staircase down.
Okay.
You can kind of follow it down because you know where to go. It's in that like under construction phase. Oh, there's a couple. There's a few.
There's some bodies there, and you can see and then you can see down this hallway, and there's some more.
And for Dakuti's perspective, you walk past this at one point over here.
Oh, I see.
And there's more. Technically, you can see. God, I'm just going all over, and then you can see more over on the other side, and you see some pathways that lead to another location. But then we come down here into this neat-looking shrine, and boom, here we are at the statue. So you see, you saw some bodies just kind of laying on the floor.
New recruit reporting
How
in.
dead are like how
Very,
Very
Oh.
old, very dead.
very old, very dead.
Oh.
Mummified corpses.
like hundreds or thousands of years old?
100 would be pushing it, but they are mummified.
Oh, less than 100. Oh, a jump starter over here, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna chill with the lady.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull some ink out of one of my scholars packs that I have because I have like 4. Gonna get a little bottle of ink. Hey, sorry about this. I'll clean this later. Gonna splatter some and just random ink splotches on the ground.
I don't really care what you do here.
Because I believe ink splatters are one of her symbols. I believe so, at least. And then I'm just gonna give a generalized prayer to her. This is gonna be a bad idea. I can feel it.
Oh,
in my bones,
yes,
but...
100% is a terrible idea. I don't know why you're doing this. And if Bryden were here, he'd be super not okay with this.
It's not like I'm not praying to her for anything bad.
Yeah, but I think Bryden would understand who this deity is, and that you're praying, and that's just naturally a bad idea.
It's fine.
I take it they're not very good.
This is, Sheoth is the lawful evil deity.
Oh, that's evil.
Yes, Sheoth is the lawful evil deity. Much like Hazard is the chaotic evil deity.
He's a god of revenge, the gloom, necromancy, pain, disease, plague, and vampires.
Anyway, go ahead.
I'll give a prayer up to her if you like, the lady of revenge and betrayal. I hope that you continue to watch over us, for we have been betrayed by many people in our time, such as the likes of Dublin, such as the likes of many of our closest allies. And I hope that you are able to continue watching over us and help us do any kind of punishment that those betrayers are worth, or that those betrayers of us earn. I hope that you give us guidance in our future journeys into the depths of the capital, for I'm sure that your children lurk there. And I hope that those who betrayed us and did us wrong get what they deserve.
Give me a religion check.
I'm gonna guidance it. Acha.
Ooh.
Acha. 22.
Give me 2d100s.
I like doing them separately.
Rather middle of the road.
Yeah, they're both close.
As you stand where you are, you give your prayer out. Is anyone watching as he prays?
I mean, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like.
I also would assume Bryden's going to be watching this intently.
Bryden's upsetty spaghetti.
Probably. However, those who are watching on notice that the ink that was spilled onto the ground seems to evaporate as if it is being burned under a candle. It is no longer there by the time your prayer is finished, Corbin.
Yes. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay then.
Listen, she's like one of the two lawful gods that might have a chance of liking me, and plus I had something I actually needed.
I understand. I've had my own needs of her in my earlier years.
Huh?
What?
No big deal. Whatever. Let's go.
No, she's not nearly as bad as Hazard. Don't worry about it.
Oh, trust me. I don't really judge as long as you're not like, killing a bunch of people.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Okay.
I'm ready to go now. I just wanted to have a little fun chat with her.
However, I will say, before we part ways and I give the other one back to you, I would like to have a chat with all of you when the two ladies return from the adventures in Avalon. I think it's time we all just sat down and had a nice chat.
Okay.
That's the bad one, Dakudi.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. I figured you didn't get it. It's alright, buddy. Pats your shell. Pats your shell. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. You know what you should do? Is
You
like.
should do what my simulacrum does. Like, you should put on a different tie when you're out.
Yes, or like maybe like pop your collar because you're
Or
naughty.
like swoosh your hair back
Ooh,
or something.
yeah. or like get a little like with mark your lip and make a mustache.
I'll take off the hat. How about that?
You wear a hat?
Yeah, look. Yeah.
Oh,
he
yes, there
he
it
wears
is.
a witch's hat, yeah.
Oh, you do, right? I just always look at your beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're evil though, so they're evilly beautiful.
Alright, we'll talk with you later. Whatever. Let's get the hell out of here. Your house creeps me out, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You could at least
It's meant
put
to
some
suit my
color.
needs. It's meant to suit my needs, not necessarily anyone else's.
Oh yeah, I get that, but it's still creepy as fuck, dude. Like,
It
mummies?
keeps away. It keeps people away.
Yeah, but like, you could still like, I mean, there's still mummies in the hallway. I mean, like, you could at least put them in some more caskets.
That's effort that I don't want to expend.
You have a cadaver
But if you want to put in for some
collector.
caskets, I'll gladly use them.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I mean, it would be nice. I mean, it's kind of like, ooh, you know. As
I
much
really
as
like
I'm all
your-
about death, like, I don't like seeing, like, rotting, mummified corpses on the ground. Like, it's kind of like, ooh.
At your leisure.
At least get some. I don't know.
Can we at least
Candle?
get, like, some incense? Yeah, like, it's kind of smelling a little funky down here.
I'm
How
used to-
often do you expect to be coming here?
Not very often, but I'm just saying, like, it might be better, like, just quality of life thing if you got some candles or incense.
I don't need it.
Want some
Well-
potpourri? I can get you some potpourri.
I spend most of my time in my office. I don't really come down here. It's
I
meant
get-
to smell bad so that it keeps people away from me.
So you don't like people?
Dealing with people is droll unless I need to. I mostly keep to myself.
Well, I suppose if you're going to be like that, I guess we'll just dread coming here instead of look forward to it. It'll be like
I-
a trip to the dentist instead of a trip to a theme park.
What's
I
a
mean-
dentist?
You never have to come here.
It's, one of those, like, places where they, take a little hammer to your teeth to take them out when they are broken.
In fact, I would prefer once we got all of this done, you never come back here again.
Wow.
Do you guys think that if I pray to
Wow.
Sheath enough, she'll turn me into a vampire?
Yes. Ooh.
Probably.
That would be neat.
Just, you try it right
Whoa,
now.
actually, no, that wouldn't be very neat. Never mind. I changed my mind. I wouldn't be able to walk in the sun.
Get an umbrella. It's fine.
Anyway, we were going to be leaving.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
Does Gareth return?
He will.
And Bryden too.
Oh, when does Gareth return? From my perspective.
When we get back to the capital.
Understood. Zzz.
So Summer, I'm a little sad though because like I had a nat 20, Gareth had a nat 20, but then you didn't.
It's okay. I got a bunch of nat 20s yesterday on lands.
Oh, okay. That's
You
I
did.
got like 3 yesterday on lands. I used all my luck then in a combat that we still lost.
oh, wonderful.
A very hard encounter. Lance did 81 damage in 1 round though. That was
That's a
pretty
paladin.
tough. Alright,
That's
that's a paladin for you. Paladin fighter. That cannot. He also didn't get hit the whole combat.
As one does.
He didn't take any damage that whole fight.
Believe me, it's something I'm akin to in recent with D&D sessions. People just not getting hit in the combat. It's more impressive seeing the sorcerer not get hit in combat.
No, but like I'm the tank and I didn't get hit, and it's just,
I wonder
it makes me
wh- I-
giggle every
Yeah,
time.
I wonder why.
I have 30 AC. I wonder why I'm not
I-
getting hit.
I wonder why the DM gave up his free advantage in auto crits. Probably the best chance he'd ever have to hit Lance. Anyway,
It still makes me giggle. 30 AC. Oh boy.
anyway,
Yes.
What do you do?
I think we're going to
our
the
meeting.
we're going to the meeting now. I gotta Okay, I'm gonna have to buy more fucking crystals, because goddamn, we're going through them like hotcakes.
I got a jar of brain. I got a jar of brain.
Are you gonna do anything with it, or like...
I'm not too sure. What can I do with his brain?
Not much. Also, where are you storing that?
Have it in a jar.
Looking at it, it's
with
getting...
some embalming fluid. I assume.
I would assume you did not have some embalming fluid. Where did you get that?
We had it before from the eyeballs.
Eyeballs? Which eyeballs?
Remember, we put the eyeballs that we gave to Syndra in embalming fluid.
Yeah, but you gave up those jars of eyeballs.
Here,
well, yeah, but where else? Where did we get the embalming fluid from, Chris?
Here, no.
Remember,
Chris, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you. Would we have embalming fluid at my tower?
Probably.
I'll give her that. Yeah. I'll give them some embalming fluid for the brain.
We do need to note the timeline though, so that brain you have is pretty festered at this point.
Well, it's still a part of him. I can use it for any spells that would be like, hey, you a part of this person's
shriveled.
Body.
It's shriveled, but
pretty
it's not
nice.
like it's not fully rotted. It's not fully rotted,
but it's nasty.
I'm sorry, I assumed that we had embalming fluid because we had it before in my city.
It doesn't matter. You have embalming fluid now.
Is like jerky?
No.
We're not eating. No, we're not eating it.
No. I mean, like, it's preservative, essentially, like jerky.
It would not. It'd be way too chewy to be jerky. Still at this point, it's not hard and stiff like jerky. You probably don't want to eat this either.
It's actually quite slimy, honestly.
I mean, I would imagine if it's exposed to the open air, it's probably not slimy at this point. I think it'd actually be like dried up and a little shriveled. That's my personal take on it. But anyway,
I would say it's like a bit goopy and also quite rubbery.
I have brain in a jar. It's fine.
Anyway, there's brain in a jar. We're going to the capital. Let's go.
Oh, what if, that's Corva's life goal now, is to find Lance's eyeball that's in a jar somewhere. I got lost. Niles is a fucking idiot and lost my eyeball that was in a jar. I'm so upset about that still. Somebody has my eyeball somewhere.
Nevertheless, you are in the capital. What is your plan?
We're going to the king.
Okay,
we're meeting.
Our plan is... we are going to do what? We are going to attack him from the side?
No.
You remember how
my king.
You remember how we saved him 2 days ago? 2 days ago.
Yes, we definitely did do that.
Yes. Now you can basically ask him for anything that you want. And if he can give it to you, he's probably going to.
Now, what kind of, how big of a king we talking,
He's the king of the entire country we're in right now.
Yeah, but, is that, do people really think he's a big deal, or is it kind of
I'm subservient to him.
People in the kingdom think he's a big deal.
Okay, we can get something pretty good then.
I don't really need much. I don't really need much.
I have no idea what I want, but knowing I can ask for something, I have
I
to
mean, you could, in
now.
theory, ask for an IOU or a favor.
Could I
if
ask
you can't think of anything,
for...
if you can't think of anything now.
New recruit reporting
some
in.
kind of invisibility cloak?
You could certainly ask. I don't know if they'd be able to. I don't.
Wonderful, I'll try.
It hurts to ask, I suppose. At the very least, they might be able to supply you with a few potions that do the same thing.
Man, you always want to get me drunk.
No, I don't. I think that's Bryden.
Carry on.
You make your way into the castle. Bryden.
I assume I have to leave the golem outside again.
It would be ideal. The guards recommend it at the very least. You do note that all of the guards have the drapes of red on their armor, denoting them as belonging to Sir Bevan. There's a smaller amount of them, but they are around, and they do direct that of you. You do see other guards in plate mail as they normally are dressed. How many of those guards still have affiliations here or there is unsaid, but they all seem to be working
But
in
it
their
should be
manner.
noted. It should be noted. They're just saying they recommend it. They're not saying I can't. They're not giving me the stern no that they gave me.
They're
a few
giving
days-
you a cautionary no, because they don't want to get in trouble.
But they're not giving me the stern no. Okay. I'm not bringing
Inherently.
him. I'm not bringing him in. But they're not giving me the stern no.
They're more concerned for their jobs when their superior says, "Why did you fucking let that golem in?" That's what they
Anyway.
seem to be concerned
Anyway.
on.
Anyway, moving forward. He's not coming with us, but moving forward.
You
I'm bringing my
guys
birds this time. Fuck them.
are
bringing all
granted
my
your
birds.
audience. Bryden realizes that he's not feeling so well, so he's going to take a seat over to the side, but he is present and able, and whenever trouble's around, he can ask the court for anything he needs at that time. As you will.
Well, howdy. Who would like to go first?
You go first. You're the Baron. You go first.
Oh, that's right. I am a bit. One sec. I'm getting my birds.
As you will.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Adventurous. He just kind of has like an angry, like, glare at you guys, I suppose. You see that he is wearing his formal robe. It seems to be a different one than he was wearing the other day. It is not covered in blood. You also see that he seems to have some bandages underneath his immediate clothing.
Why are you so grumpy? Didn't we, like, save your life and stuff?
Find your place there, Turtle.
Oh,
I
I'm
do. I will thank you, nevertheless, for the deeds that you have done for this royal court. There is much more that can be said except for the great honor that you have provided this kingdom. How much I offer to you. I have been informed by my attendants that you are here to discuss business that was not available in the time of these betrayers in my court. What is it you wish to speak on?
Well, before we get to anything that we would like, I have some news that we offer to help secure the city, if it may be. We are allied with a foreign nation called Avalon, and they have extreme interest in the rituals that have been performed and that will probably be performed in regards to these pyre. They have high interest and they have high want to protect the ritual and so and such. And so they have offered armies and troops to come and help secure the city because I made them aware that we are also having issues with our neighbor to the west. So they will be sending troops to be used to help protect and secure the capital city here.
Baron,
Mm-hmm.
you know what you are implying as you speak.
I'm implying that we had a large coup that just happened, and many of our armies were unreliable, or troops, and such in the palace.
So your manner in rectifying this is to cohort with another nation, one which I have no word of, and to bring foreign armies onto our soil?
They will be at your command. I can
Will they?
guarantee that.
Then where's the ambassador?
They're on their way.
I certainly hope so. Certainly they would arrive sooner than their armies.
They will. This is all in need to help protect the capital and the things that will be happening here, as I'm sure we lost a decent amount of soldiers in what just occurred.
The
will
lives
be
that we
making-
lost of those traitors were trivial. I would have gladly taken them to the guillotine if I had known sooner.
But it also goes to show that we are going to be fighting a war soon. And troops are going to be needed on all ends surrounding the border, so that means less troops here to protect things happening here, such as you, and such as the ritual that will be occurring. So they found it in their best interests to offer us aid in the form of a small army to help protect what we can't here.
Oh, I'm sure they have. An army traipsing in straight to the capital city from which knows direction on cohorts with someone who did it unopposed or without any of their superiors' positions.
If you would prefer not to have the army, I can send them right home and we will not get anything from them.
I was told by good authority, and he kind of like looks over to Sir Bevan, you also made a mockery of my throne while I was incapable.
Only a little.
He just kind of like stares at you. He like puts his hands in front of his chin, like Evangelion style. Just kind of like sizing you up.
To be fair, I was the one that... Didn't I bring him back to life twice?
Once.
Oh, once. I was the one that brought you back to life after you got a sword through your head. I'm the one that spared your wife from dying, and I'm also the one that got your son out of the battle. I did all three of those things. I think I had the right to mess around after a good win in our court, per se, and by win I mean you're alive.
Wasn't for your magics, I certainly wouldn't be alive, and you've been thanked thusly. But understand and mind yourself, Baron. Your actions themselves are treasonous. It is clear that those in my court are not those to be trusted anymore. You are giving me very little reason to trust you.
I simply asked a close friend who we have been working with peers from them for a long time. Adventurers, mind you. And they're very trusting. They have been nothing but good to us. They've been nothing but kind to us. All they wish is for this and what's happening here to be protected. And they know how much of an issue war can be. And so they offered aid. Is it wrong of me to want to help protect my people and your people?
Without my permission. Remember your place in our court.
Well, that's why they're sending over an ambassador, to see if it is okay. I simply proposed the idea.
It is all that it is but an ambassador. No armies are walking through my city, making a mockery of our own defenses. Then very well. Your negotiations as an envoy are appreciated.
Oh, of course, they have no way of getting here until we give them the proper means of getting here via teleportation circle or anything like that. They have no way otherwise of getting here in a proper timely manner, so it would only be the ambassador coming, of course, first anyways. We would take notice if there was an army coming through a teleportation circle, I would hope.
Notice taken, then.
God, do I have anything else to tell him? Trying to think. Should we ask about Belisarius being here?
Well, I mean, you didn't you put out to Sir Bevan that if he heard about it, he should be apprehended? I'm pretty sure you did.
I'll just ask Bevan now then. Also, Sir Bevan, while we're here, did anything come to fruition with what I had words with you about?
To your regards, nothing there. We have had detectives as well as the formal guards at the palace, making sure that we did right by any of the guilds that may have been responsible for the assassination attempt that occurred to King Brooks. We were unable to find very many leads on your individual, though, but we have been turning the city upside down to make sure that those who are incriminated are found out. We have made our headway in our due time.
If I may offer up something, Though I haven't been able to locate him myself, I do have an idea on where he might be.
We can certainly go over these details in due time. And he's essentially saying, the king doesn't need to hear those details, but you can discuss with him later.
Yeah.
So,
it also... oh, go ahead.
I was told about an invisibility.
New recruit reporting in.
We'll get to that.
Wait, when we're done talking about...
Wait your turn.
We'll get to our rewards in a second. We're still discussing the important stuff that we need to tell him about.
I understand.
Another possible concerning thing is it has made my attention through ears, and points to the birds, that the road may or may not have had influence in the decision that was made. Apparently certain sanctions of the road that member that betrayed you was a part of, certain sanctions of the road have split off and some are favoring sides and they are picking and choosing, so it is very likely that members of the road still lurk in the city and underneath it that are still in favor of the Holy Empire.
Certainly our goal in sending out the knights. We have made sure to root out the corruption that is in the city that has stayed for far too long.
So have you been able to contact Sir Reynolds about the prince?
Caitlin Buckner speaks up and says, "We have been in contact with Sir Reynolds, making sure that he is aware of the incidents here. To my knowledge, he is going to be returning to the palace in due time."
For the state of the prince, I cannot offer much more than I had already given you, but I also feel like because of how we were rudely interrupted, I didn't get my best words out. Nor
What
did
do
I
you have
explain
to-
the situation fully.
Then by all means, Baron, explain. You make also worrisome statements about my son.
He, by no means was he there willingly. I would like to make that very much known. I am not calling him a traitor of sorts or anything of the like. He was not there willingly at all. When I approached the young Prince Caldus, it appeared that the prince had a sheen to his look, more like he was being controlled, manipulated, charmed by one of their magicians. I know not when this happened. This could have started back when the Holy Empire originally infiltrated the ranks of the palace, but it would make sense.
And
From
who would you declare is responsible for whatever curse is put upon my boy?
well, he was traveling with Prince Caldus and his group, and I assume that they're the only ones that could be in charge of that. The Prince Caldus was probably using the prince's status and that little parade he went on to move through the country without us detecting him. Nobody's going to question the prince and who's traveling with him, so it's a good way for the Calduses to get into our ranks and get to where they need to go.
Miss Buckner kind of nods and speaks up and says, "There was a period where both of the princes met as envoys to each other's nations to make sure that their war efforts would be resigned for a time. It does meet with our timelines of their movements."
Indeed, so just know that your prince is not with them willingly. He is most certainly under a charm effect due to the Caldus' influence and whatever magicians they have with them.
So you say they've abducted my boy, they've threatened my throne, and they have our blood mixed in with our own. I'm sure things can't possibly get worse.
To be fair, Mr. Brooks, or not Mr. Brooks, Sir Brooks.
Your Highness would be better.
Your Highness, yeah, I'm fucking
It's
words.
valid.
Your Highness, I am not even sure at this point if Prince Caldus's intentions completely align with his father's. His father was more or less destroyed when the princess died a few months ago, and the people seemed greatly upset. I don't see the point that the king is known for, of course, killing his children in the past, but I don't see the point of him keeping around a daughter for this long to just end up killing her anyways.
Entirely propaganda. You don't see far into the future, it seems. It was all just a ploy, one to make sure that the war was justified. It is why they're moving across our fields this very day.
Yes, but it's still on false pretenses, seeing as Prince Caldus, that is, the Prince Caldus openly admitted to arranging his sister's assassination.
Sounds like them, those foul dragon fools. Deserve nothing but death at our hands.
But do we have the means to do so?
We have the means to bolster our defense, especially now that we know where they're attacking from.
They've said before that Bellevue will be the first to go, and then I assume our western border, seeing as the capital is very close to the western border.
Bellevue's already under siege. I certainly have our experts here for that.
Also, by the way, Chris, have I gotten any word of the ward and his family of Bellevue heading to my place yet or not?
Nope.
Probably dead.
Might have been.
Might be. I told them to get out before they got attacked and that they were welcome at my estate if they did, so.
Might have gotten killed while they were trying to flee.
Oof. That sucks.
It happens.
Well, that is all I have news-wise. Anybody want to start on their demands? I gotta think about mine a little bit longer.
Invisibility cloak was a thing I heard so much about.
From who?
The cootie.
Yeah, he's asking for an invisibility cloak.
Yeah, but Corva replied.
I was like, from who? Where did you hear that from?
You guys.
No,
What?
we
No.
said
You
it was
told me to ask him for an
well, yes, I said to
invisibility cloak.
ask, but I didn't say they had one.
Mr. Emperor?
King, Your Highness.
Mr.
Lord?
Highness.
Oh.
Do you, perchance, have, an invisibility cloak to bequeath?
You kind of hear him just like partially over his partially under his breath, but it loud enough to be heard. He's just like, I've had a blade in my head for this, and like Buckner interrupts. A magical item could be enchanted for you potentially, for something in the instance of, as you request, a invisibility cloak. It would be quite difficult to procure in these trying times, but we can look into this or other such enchanted items that could aid you in being unseen.
Sick. That is all. Thank you.
We'll say Brian has his time here.
Bryden discusses terms with whoever is required. We'll hear about those in the future.
Corva.
I'm trying to think if this is what I really want or not. Yeah, fuck it. I do not particularly want anything. But there is permission that I'd like.
Mission?
If we are to get invaded, so far inland that my town,
may become in danger, I have permission to evacuate my people as I see fit. They are my people, I'd like them safe. They are also your people, though, so I'd like permission to get them out in a way that I see fit. Though it may not exactly align with evacuating people to the capital or such.
Let us be clear. They are my people in so much as they live on my land. But it is your land that is governed, Baron. What happens to those people is of your own accord. If you choose to evacuate them, certainly don't bring them to the capital, because we will have so many refugees that we will not be able to take care of them in a manner in which I assume your court would approve of. Nevertheless, it should be noted that when I send out a call for the mustering of armies, you would be expected to provide, as is your royal duty.
I would provide all the soldiers that I have.
And with
Have
your
very many.
land and your people, do as you please.
Lovely.
Is that it?
I'm workshopping another one. Go ahead for now.
Mine, cause mine's probably gonna cause some commotion. So, just want to make sure that you get all yours out. Cause the first thing I'm gonna ask for is probably gonna cause a little bit of commotion.
I want religious freedom. No. I want to be an archbishop.
If I could ask, could we legally change the spelling of guillotine to be phonetic?
For it to be guillotine?
Yes.
They all just kind of like look to each other confusedly, and Miss Buckner says, I don't believe that is a legally binding pronunciation, but I suppose our scholars can look into it.
Thank you. We've made a mark on history, everyone! Look at us!
Can they make me an archbishop?
Is that what you're actually asking for?
Yeah.
What does that even
I'm a
mean?
religious person.
That's basically what they confer upon you. What exactly are you asking for in trying to be an archbishop?
I want to help run the churches and all that stuff. I want to help guide the people in whatever religion they do, mainly towards the Nine. And I want the ability to help guide people in religious ways of my seeing. Definitely not gonna corrupt the church, by the way.
He kind of like speaks to an advisor for a moment in private, and when he resumes the conversation, he says, I think that your powers as Baron would be suitable for your needs at the moment. It would be very difficult, especially in a time of war, to both balance your position as a bishop of sorts, as well as your position for your people. I would prefer that you put your efforts forth for making sure your people are safe, because I cannot do so.
Clearly. Well, I'll do what I can. I have murderous intent.
I like chat. That's not how you play. Can we start over?
I want to be a bishop. I will destroy the church.
But yes, he makes the reasonable claim that it'd be very hard to be a bishop and a baron and an adventurer. So
Listen, they don't know.
So
I can be in many places at once.
We'll table the bishop thing for now.
Yeah, well, so what
We'll
you're saying is
table
we'll look into the bishop thing after the war.
You could be called a bear shipper.
they don't say that, but that's the feeling you feel in your heart.
Okay, I feel it in my heart.
What the fuck was that video earlier, Cry?
I want to
Heart and
corrupt
soul.
the church.
Your heart and your soul.
Let me corrupt the church.
I have a question, King. What is the national fish?
Good fucking
Questions you never thought you'd get asked in D&D. What's the national fish?
What's the national fish?
What's our state bird in Asterisk?
An asterisk, that's your decision.
Oh shit.
But what is the Ruby Kingdom's fish?
Yeah.
I'd say probably like salmon, honestly.
It's something crimson. It's got to be something crimson
A
color.
red snapper?
Red snap.
The national fish is the brook trout.
Ah, okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's of course he would. Fucking
Yeah.
Brooks.
Yeah. The brook trout.
Didn't
Okay.
think of
The
that
brook
when I picked
trout,
the brook
yeah.
trout, but there you go.
You get it because his name's Brooks?
No, I did it
Self-assassination.
because I was like, okay, well, what's a place that's bordered by a big lake? Michigan. State fish is the brook trout.
Yeah, but
Eh.
also his name's Brooks.
I did not think of that when picking.
Anyway.
Okay, that's pretty good. If it was bad, I was going to suggest you change it, but that's a pretty good fish choice. Okay, you're good.
Can the national bird become the raven? Because, points of birds. Can we do that?
Some advisors consult with themselves, and they're content to leave the national bird as the cardinal. But they thank you
What
for your
the
suggestion.
fuck? You motherfucker! I want to open a church to the Raven Queen.
Is
Or,
that an
like,
actual
add a
demand?
add a branch in the actual church to the Raven Queen.
Is that an actual demand?
Yes. Because our regular church doesn't have one here. I want to add a branch for her.
Buckner confers with the same advisors and says, "This can be arranged by your needs."
Wow! Oh, hell yeah! Alright, I think I'm done now.
Okay. I have 3 things I'd like to discuss.
Fourth mage.
The first one, in light of you knowing that we plan to depart towards the city underneath as what we assume to be part of the upcoming ritual, I want all the documentation you have on such things. I want any maps you have. Get someone to guide us to the entrance that you know of that leads down there. They don't have to go with us there, but I want them to lead us to the entrance. I'd also like a scroll of legend lore for my own purposes.
Miss Buckner confers and says, there are many things that we need to discuss regarding these. We can certainly provide the troops, at least in finding the entrance. The underground has been quite dangerous as they've been exploring there, but we'll go over that at a later time. For the scroll of legend lore, we cannot provide it immediately, but we can confer with the Mage College and find some manner in acquiring such a high-level ability for you.
I would like that at your earliest convenience. You can notify me when you have it.
So basically, it's the same sort of thing as Corva, where he got it contracted. You have that. Please remember that you have it contracted because I have tiny brain syndrome.
Oh God. This
Second.
clicks into Cootie's brain immediately.
Oh, can I get my invisibility cloak thing contracted really quick?
I think you already have that contracted.
Is word of mouth really anything in this world, though?
So their response to you was they can't promise that because that is a really fancy item. So if they can't provide that, they're going to
Legendary
get you other
item.
stuff.
Yeah, because the Cloak of Invisibility is a legendary item, so it's gonna
See.
take a while.
Most legendary items you're gonna have to find and/or find actual craftsmen to make.
I love
That's why
not
it's
knowing
hard for
this
them.
because I had no idea. Also, I
The cloak of-
love knowing I had the balls to just ask for a legendary item. Then
The Cloak of Invisibility is a thing, and it is a legendary item.
Yep.
I love it.
Second thing, I want you to give my golem free passage into this castle.
Exactly as a golem. Speaking of
I can
strange
take
dwarven
you.
inventions.
I can take you to him right now.
Miss Buckner speaks forth and says, as a golem, a proper golem, I assume.
Yes, a stone golem. He's waiting in the courtyard right now.
What exactly is the need of this creature within the castle grounds themselves?
I want him in case we need him. There was a coup here and he was unable to get to me. And he would have been a valued help. If something were to happen in this city, again, by any means of this war, I want to be assured that he will have no problems in getting here if I need him.
They kind of like consult with Bevan, and they say, he's reserved to the great halls. He can follow to this throne room if need be, so much as a emergency arises. Beyond
I don't plan on bringing him in unless I need him, but I want to be assured that should I need him in here for the sake of needing to stop any other attempts at the king's life or any such business, that he's not going to be stopped as he's tramping through your halls to get to me.
That much is fair. You will be allowed freedom of passage in a situation of emergency.
If you could give me any sort of insignia to put around him as like a sort of necklace or something, or just put on him in any sort of way to signify to your guard that he is able to come in here of his own volition, that would be appreciated.
Insignia, can we do that? He consults with a few people. Right, very well. We will administer with the tailors, and they will create for your golem a tabard of the realm.
Good. Third, I want an apology.
And they all kind of like look among each other. The king speaks forth and says, "An apology for what exactly?"
For your behavior towards us.
For whose behavior toward whom?
Yours. Pointing directly at the king.
And what exactly is there an apology?
You've been calling us incompetent since day one. You haven't given us any semblance of respect, even though we've gone out of our way to show you nothing but our best efforts at doing what we can to be done. We have gone through a lot. Sure, we have talked to other kingdoms, but it has all been for the sake of this country. We've talked to the Holy Empire, but we do not serve their king. I assure you this right now. We have talked to the people of Avalon, but speaking for all of us, we do not serve their government. We are not treasonous. We are not treasonous. I do not want to be called that. As far as I'm concerned, just based on various things, I have no citizenship here. I don't serve you, but I went through my good graces to save your life on that day, and I do not want to hear any more words from you about my incompetency in doing my goddamn job. So I want you, right now, to apologize for your behavior and to start treating me and my friends here with more respect.
For your efforts in aiding this royal court, keeping me in my position, I will apologize for any curtness that I have had in my past. It does seem that you are very different adventurers than on the day whence we met.
Yeah,
Very
we were
well.
part of circus then.
Very well then. My demands have been met.
The attendants ask if there's anything else that is needed of you besides Bryden's concerns, which have already been heard between Gareth.
I ain't got no business with the king. I'm ready to go on to business with Buckner. I was just really happy I got the king to swallow his pride.
Do they have
That was
anybody they
pretty
need
hot.
resurrected?
Repeat some?
Do they have anyone they need resurrected?
Not at the moment, as far as they know.
Okay. I
Everyone
can
who
do
was
that,
everyone
by
who
the
was
way.
dead, by their means, deserves deaths.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you your wife dies, you need her resurrected, I can do that. So just have somebody sending me if you need that, alright? Wink finger guns. That's actually a serious, but yeah, I can bring people back from the dead, by the way. I can do that. If you need it, just let me know.
Otherwise, there's nothing else that the royal court needs to hear. You can excuse your audience. The big question therein lies, what would we as players like to do? Our options are, we can go have this conversation with Buckner, and discuss various things that she needs to get out of her space with your group regarding your future quest, or we can reserve that till next time, ideally when our other players around.
I'll leave that up to everyone else.
I prefer Bryden to be here for the talks because like this is the next like big part of the campaign is going under the city.
Yeah.
It's the next big thing that we're doing that involves like the plot line, so I'd prefer him to be here.
That's fair.
Really, what we missed so far with him was just honestly just collecting the quest reward, essentially.
Yeah.
And his ranger stuff, whatever he's happening with him becoming a ranger.
Yeah, various miscellaneous thing. Yeah, we can call it here.
Then that is what we will do. It is a solid place to call it there.
Alrighty.
Do we level up?
You did not level up.
Shit,
What?
fuck.
No justice.
I'm going to force cage the DM.
Good luck. I counterspell at 12th level.
Shit.
I'll make the roll.
Oh, yeah, make the roll. Do
I'll
it.
make the roll.
What would
I'll
how does the roll work again? Because
I know the DC. I know the DC. I'll let you know.
What would the
if I
DC
pass.
be?
22. I don't pass.
Wait. I also have counterspell. Let me try.
Two people counterspell.
No.
Shit.
But not even together do we? Do we add up?
I try again. No, I try
You
again.
can't.
Ah!
Well, there you go.
I
But
did it.
it's already
took a
gone.
while.
It's
took
already.
a while, but I did it.
It's already too late.
It took a while, but I did it.
Anyway.
Is there any last second things that are like miscellaneous and non-important that you guys would like to do before speaking with Buckner? Otherwise, pretty much that.
Nah.
I sending my boyfriend, or not it's my husband now. I sending my husband
Fiance.
and tell him I love him. Okay, well we're married, but we're not.
Oh right, yeah,
legally
yeah,
married
no,
yet.
yeah, you got married. That's true. I forget you're having two
We're
weddings.
not legally married, but we are married.
That is valid.
Right.
He says he loves you too.
Oh yay!
But
He's
yeah,
so good. He's so good.
if that's the case, say goodbye, stream.
The best
Bye, stream.
What a great stream. Alright, that's not what that means. Okay, have a good night.